Oh, we don't need another run through of it. Imagine that, just plays the whole video again. What's up? Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
It is Tim, and it is Tommy. Tommy and Timmy. Timmy and Tommy. Forget McRocklin and Hutch. That should be the new band name. Timmy and Tommy.
Yeah.
Play ukuleles only. Ding, 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 ding.
And a bit of banjo.
Wow, what a way to start off as well. With the 10 gifted earlier. We were just setting things up. And then right away, off the bat, no messing around, Jenna comes out of nowhere and just drops a bombshell right into my chat notifications over here. So thank you very much for that. Is incredibly generous and kind of you. Fresh fade, mate. Yes, day before yesterday. Honestly, I could feel as soon as I was like, okay, I feel
complete.
I feel so much better. Yeah, I was ready to launch Graphene. Yeah, so yeah, speaking of Graphene, today we are going to be doing a little Q&A on Graphene. There it is. You guys have already been going absolutely wild on the Polychrome site, and I'm so happy that we managed to make a bundle as well, because a lot of you have Nutcracker and have upgraded to the Graphene Heavy Elements bundle. So that is on the user area of the website where you would download your products and stuff. So there's an upgrade path, and it's a great price to do that as well. We try to always look after everyone that's supported us, and we support you guys right back with awesome prices for the updates and stuff like that. So yeah, Graphene is out now, and it's available in the Heavy Elements bundle. Tim is here, and he's using Nunchuck at the moment, but in just a little bit we're gonna fire Tim's guitar over from Nunchuck and Loomis and the McRocklin suite. I think because this camera angle looks so good, we should get a few opening solos from Tim. Let's go. Wait a minute, just spin around a little bit there, Tim. It looks like spin a bit more to your right, your left. It looks like someone's working at the desk. Might need us. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's working hard. Tony is back. He's just left the shot, but he's back in action. He's been on his best behavior. No fires.
It's good you can check in on him. Yeah.
Brad. Good evening. Good afternoon. Whatever time it is for you. So yeah, I think today might be a little bit more of a geeky one than usual, but we do have the pedal cam and obviously Ableton. Look at that, you can see just how well our mics are. Look at that, I'm on the left.
Hi.
And Tim's on the right. 1, 2.
3, 4.
Amazing. So yeah, if you have any questions on the new plugin, Graphene, if you're new to plugins and you've never used the plugin before and you're like, these tones sound great, but I don't know where to start, this could be the stream for any questions about getting up and running. If you're generally new to that, the Polychrome Discord is also fantastic at that. The community's been so helpful, and that's been really, really great to see. It's a completely free community for everyone that's interested in Polychrome or loosely based around that type of thing. polychromedsp.com/discord. If you've got any questions after the stream ends about MIDI, audio interfaces, software, guitar, all sorts of channels. Hello from Indonesia. Oh, hello from Indonesia. Hello to Indonesian. I think he means hello from Indonesia.
I think that's,
I would love to visit Indonesia.
Me too.
Oh, I would love to. Thank you for tuning in. It must be very late in Indonesia. They are 7 hours ahead of us, I think. So, yeah, like 1, 2 in the morning. Salam, bro, and thank you for joining us. Picked up Graphene today. What a legend. Here we go. Oh no, chat changed already. Tried to add the blue sky lizard. Got a handful of chili instead. But who doesn't want a handful of chili? There we go. Yeah, if you guys are watching this back and you're like, oh, okay, I have no idea. I want to get a laptop and get up and running with all this stuff. The Polychrome DSP, if you're watching this later, is a great place to do all that. So let me grab a guitar and we'll make sure everything works. Is the mics all right, guys? Checkity check.
Check, check. Yep.
Sounds like Graphene to me. Okay, so the camera's right in front of the last comment for me all the time. Start playing with Graphene today, XPlode plus rocks. Absolutely, I love XPlode plus. I love the gate as well. Wait a minute, I actually have some new buttons that I added which might help explain things. I just gotta remember why I put them, because I put 11 new buttons in here for the stream, Tim. 11 new buttons is a lot of buttons to add at once. I think it might be here though. KillGate, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So KillGate is a brand new type of gate that's included in Graphene, and if you want more of a little bit of an aggressive, very stabby, great for percussive riffs, but one thing I've been using KillGate for is like more tapping type of licks, because one thing you can hear right there.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
Cool. What's its tolerance like? Yeah, it's really good. What's it like when you bend a note? That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
So yeah.
So how does it know not to choke that note off?
Yeah, it's pretty good. So there is a bit of stuff happening, more than the 2 parameters suggest, but it's still going to ultimately chop off the high note eventually. But I think that there's a very easy to get sweet spot where you can do real shred solos, and it's not going to cut
track in the moment. That would be perfectly fine.
Yeah, but it's really cool because it allows you to experiment with more distortion. So if you like.
Yeah. So what settings have you got for that? What's the threshold? What's the amount?
Let's dive in to the door. We should be all good there. So this is Ableton. We might need to do a little side by side in a bit here, but we'll not jump too geeky for now. We'll go over to my track and where is it? Where is it? Hutch. Oh yeah, there's my guitar chain over here. This is my Ableton setup, and this is Graphene. So this preset here is Molten, and basically the amount is, you can hear there, it's not really doing anything. And then as I bring the amount up, it gets more aggressive with how much of the amount is. And the threshold is which point that amount kicks in. So if I go all the way to the left, it's not doing basically anything. Tiny bit. And then as I dial it up, so if I wanted to get really aggressive, but I like to use it even like this with like a less amount, because it's still very effective as well, and it works in conjunction with the built-in gate.
Right, so how do the two interact together? That's interesting.
Yeah, they don't interact in that way, but they're both positioned very differently. So the gate, the actual default gate, had a bit of a tweak for Graphene, which will go to the other plugins. So you'll notice now, actually with Graphene, for example, when we have KillGate off and the gate off, there's no noise at all from the amp. In previous plugins, you would have some ksh at that point. So now I can play, but there's no noise from the amp now. And that's without any gate.
And where are they in the signal chain? Right at the beginning?
The gate here has inputs from different places. That's why it's very, very effective. It takes triggers from different parts of the sync low, where KillGate, it's like right up front before the distortion pedals.
Right.
And then the way that we've set it up as well, it's like it will take input from different parts.
But the other one moves about.
The other one is taking like trigger, like side chains from like two different places at once.
I see. Right. Okay.
So that's why on some presets you might need to really crank the stock one, depending on how much gate you're using.
Right, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's cool though. Thomas doesn't need to roll the volume part of the end of the riffs. That is a thing now. You're very good. Chili was just mentioned. Tim, you're almost at 4,000 subs.
Yes, I'm getting there.
Damn, that's
Nearly. I'm 6 away.
6 away.
Oh, no, I'm not 6 away. Of course I'm not. No, I'm about 206 away.
206. Okay. Yeah. It really does seem to know where the actual when you actually stop playing, right in the sweet spot. Oh, sorry. Yeah. We need to adjust that screen. In fact, let's make the comments just a bit higher up above the camera. Digga, and then scroll down.
I've got another question.
Okay. What's
a method for setting up the gate, you know, the KillGate.
Yep.
Is it the hand rubbing? Do you do that as a method of setting it up, and then just set it enough so you can't hear that?
Well, I like the.
You like
Yeah, but I guess it just depends on the riff itself.
Yeah.
Like, there's a couple of presets which are like really, really, really low. I think they're in the heavy section. If you go Danuke, and that's really aggressive. But that, it's not catching the.
Yeah.
There's none of that. You have to play. But yeah, it just really depends. But normally I don't like it quite as aggressive because that will probably take a lot of the sort of little details of your playing out. Doom also -7.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very low. And also middle out, phase run, saw blade. I'm going to be really interested in a little bit in putting you with some of those really low-tuned tones, because I don't think that's naturally your thing.
No.
So that'll be interesting. Is this original design or is it based on a specific amp? All of our amps are custom designs, so they might take influence and starting points and stuff like that, but ultimately within the first 24 hours or so of like an amp design, it's like, wouldn't it be cool if it did this, that, and if it behaved like this. So none of the polychrome amps are based like on. I guess the closest we've done that type of thing is Nunchuck, where we've loosely based it on a JCM 800, but it's has so many modifications and so many different characters.
Yeah.
It's like, what would be our ultimate Marshall-like amp?
Yeah.
And it's like, we would like hot rod, vintage, and modern, and clean, and stuff like that. I'm learning the guitar myself now. Remember when you used to play the wrestlers? Very cool. It's always good to play a guitar.
It is.
At any point.
It's a friend for life.
Guitar will always have your back. All right. What is Mike saying? What is Mike saying? Tim has been putting in the work. Tim has been going. You've been streaming a lot though recently.
Yeah, loads. Yeah.
Streaming a lot.
I've been really into it.
Yeah.
It's a great way to practice guitar, you know, streaming.
Oh yeah.
It's just it really tightens you up, gets you on your game.
Yeah. I also forgot that it is today. No, was it Halloween yesterday?
Halloween was yesterday.
Okay. So might be Halloween weekend. So I don't know. Some of the guys in the States might have holidays and stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
Big, like it's a real big deal over there. Over here, people just you know.
Well, I did my yearly ghost story.
Oh, you did?
Yesterday, yeah. I did a really good version of it, actually.
On a stream?
On the stream. It was requested.
Excellent. Yeah, the guys in the US, they take Halloween really seriously.
Yeah.
Crazy. But obviously the people here are not taking it so seriously, so
No.
that's good. Yeah, so I'll tell you what, why don't we play a little bit of a track or a jam a little bit, and then you guys get some Graphene questions in the chat.
I've got some more questions as well.
Okay, cool.
In fact, I've got a few.
And I wonder if we should put like asterisk G or something like that. Maybe the chat won't be so fast today, so we'll be able to scroll back. Yeah, let's not worry about putting asterisk G for Graphene questions. But yeah, we'll play a track and then we'll get into some Q&A stuff. Tim, quick ghost story whilst I find a track for us.
Right.
No pressure.
Right, how long have I got? 10 minutes?
No, 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Right, so this is a follow-on from the Chillingham Castle ghost story, right? Okay, and it's going to be very, very quick, this. But if you want to watch the Chillingham ghost story, it's on my last stream, so go to my channel. But actually, following on from there, when we eventually got home, one of the things you're not meant to do, right, is take anything from Chillingham Castle, right? Because if you do, you get basically cursed. And you know, knowing what my missus Sharon is like, I thought she's probably taken like some soap and some shampoo, right? And I asked her, and I went, "Have you taken any of the soap and the shampoo?" And she went, "Oh yes, I have." Well, you're not to do that, because you do get a curse. And she actually sent it back. She posted it back with a letter apologising.
There we go. Yeah. On that note, let's play a track maybe called Wasted. How's that, Tim?
Yeah, all right then.
Wasted.
I know you were just getting into your solo there, but I noticed when I stopped playing, the beat and the bass and the guitar were all just running in totally different.
Yeah.
So the bass was totally out of time, and the guitar was totally out of time. So one thing I noticed didn't fix on the last stream was some of the beats are just not locking with the BPM of that grid.
I wonder why that is happening.
So when I record something on top, it's like bang on in time, but then they are in different times.
They start drifting out.
Total nightmare. Yeah, so very bad bass. It was out of time.
Not to worry.
It was out of time. All right, okay, let's dive into a little graphene as the theme of today's stream. So I'm gonna show you a little bit about the MIDI setup here real quick. So on my Morningstar MC8, and Tim's using a Morningstar MC8. If you don't have a MIDI controller yet and you want something that is future-proof and it'll just do everything that you could ever imagine ever, then the Morningstar stuff is a really, really great option. Definitely not the most cost-effective, but if you're thinking like, hey, I'm gonna buy one controller and this is me, like for me, I would use this setup on a stage, on a live masterclass, on a stream, anything, anywhere. This is exactly the setup that I would use. Apart from I wouldn't need as many things on the actual pedal board, such as control things for streams and stuff, so all of this stuff would just go. But ultimately it'd just be that, maybe a couple of expression pedals, maybe a tuner, and something else. Speaking of tuners, just this week it was your birthday!
Oh yes.
Can we all have a happy birthday in the chat for Tim? And a little horn. But speaking of tuners and birthdays, I got you a little something, a little Nexus 360 USB-C charger.
Excellent.
Permanently go on your headstock type of tuner. Look at that. Bingo bango. The Nexus 360 from Tadario. So there you go.
Thank you.
So that is for you.
That is amazing.
Whenever you come over here, this is exactly the tuner that is often on my headstock. And Tim is like, can I have a tuner?
Yeah. I'm always pouring one on it. Excellent. Thank you, Thomas.
No problem. USB-C for the win. Yeah, so I usually just leave mine just on there. Works really well. Very nice. Bingo bango. Anyway, there we go. Some birthdays in the chat. I'll put that one back on there. All right, so I was just talking about the pedal board side of things. Yeah, Morningstar MC8, great. You have the MC6 at home?
I have, yeah. Pretty good.
Luca also has the MC6. I've had the older MC8s, which are also good, and they do even smaller ones like MC3.
Yeah.
So even those are like for most people that just want to jump between presets. So it's important to hey Lewis, great to see you, mate. If you guys don't know Lewis, great young guitarist from the UK, and also had some presets go live in Graphene. So you can check his exact presets, see him shred and get his same tones. How cool is that? So well done on those really cool presets. Very good presets as well, very usable. So that's cool. So yeah, when we're looking at MIDI and we're thinking like, well, you can make it as complicated as you want, really. But what I'm effectively doing with most of my MIDI stuff is just changing presets, really. Yes, I have different products. I can like jump all around these banks and I can go straight to the McRocklin suite. But once I'm on the McRocklin suite, I simply just have my favorite presets, like Afterglow, Clean, a lead preset. And if I hit home, I can go up to the Graphene bank, and then I can choose a preset from Graphene. The cool thing is as well is this expression pedal. is per bank as well. So this expression pedal might be used in the standalone XPlode version, but when I'm on the Graphene bank, it's doing a different CC number and it's assigned to a parameter in the plugin. So speaking of the plugin, shall we do some sort of side-by-side DAW type of setup, Tim, where I can do like a run through Graphene and we can go through some tones together and stuff like that? So you might be better off
moving.
Bringing your. I'll pull out a little bit here.
I'll move over.
And you come over that side. And
okay. Wicked.
There we go. That looks great. And then I'll start very much at the top here from the default preset. I've just realized I haven't tuned this guitar in about 10 days, so it's probably a good time for me to have a little clip-on tuner action here. Could use the tuner inside of Graphene. So on my stream and my setup in Ableton is a little bit different to yours, Tim. How do you have your Ableton setup with regards to guitar tones in general?
So I've got, basically mine is on one of those selectors, and I have Nunchuck and Lumos are the two main amps.
So you're using the Ableton chain?
Yeah, and each one has 6 presets.
Okay, so the chain's very, very popular. Okay, good. Let's jump into Graphene. So this is the first thing that you're going to see when you see Graphene loaded. You can have a standalone version, so if you don't have Ableton, Cubase, Logic, GarageBand, or any of those things, you can just click on the icon from your applications folder and just get up and running right away. If you have a very basic interface from Focusrite, such as a 1 in, 2 out, like a solo box they're called, or a 2 in and 2 out box, you know, the real sort of $50 to $80 type of boxes. That's all you need to get up and running. The very low latency. It could be PreSonus, Behringer, M-Audio, Native Instruments. All these guys have these very sort of sub $100, £100 sort of boxes. So that's all you would need from an audio point of view to plug your guitar in. And the second thing is something to hear the tones with, whether it's headphones, some studio monitors, or even your hi-fi speakers. All of these tones should translate very well to that type of setup, but maybe some entry-level studio monitors is the way to go, so it's a more of a flat, natural response. And then if you get into making some tracks, the speakers will work well for that as well. You use headphones a lot, Tim, I noticed.
Loads, yeah.
Yeah. So you enjoy, is it the Slate headphones?
It is, yeah. I mean, like when I'm streaming, it's not really through choice, it's just the best setup, really.
That works for you.
Just for feedback in the mic and everything, yeah, so it works really good. But for mixing, absolutely, the Slate stuff's amazing.
You like the Slate headphones. So Tim prefers headphones. I have a couple of sets of headphones that I use for like referencing, especially when I'm making presets to check how they might sound on other systems and stuff like that. But generally, your computer, your audio interface, and something to hear the tones, whether it's headphones, small studio monitors. Again, well under $100 to get something that's reasonable, and you can spend a couple $100 to $300 to generally get that sweet spot. Generally over $300 is going to be the land of diminishing returns. You spend a lot to get those small differences, so unless you're super all in and like, I'm going to make, I was going to say it, unless you're going to make a record, but a lot of people don't even need expensive speakers and monitors to make amazing records.
No, not at all.
So there we go. So the cost to get into all this is very, very, very low. Got to make music on the speakers people listen to. Cell phones, yeah, just mix on
just
iPhone mixes. Probably not a bad idea though.
So am I plugged into this one here, Thomas?
You're going to be plugged into a different one. So do you want, should we go over to your channel, Tim, and put the Graphene on your track? And
Yeah.
then you can jam and play, and I'll tweak some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So here is Hutch's. Here is Hutch's setup inside of Ableton. We have a very similar guitar chain here where some of the favorite plugins have just been put here. And what I'll do is I'll put Graphene on your Loomis track, just temporary.
Okay.
And then that way we can give you the Graphene tone. So see if that's working for you there, Tim. That's definitely more. That is, oh, okay, I see. We are on the nunchuck right now. So
Yeah.
what happened there is we have Graphene outside of the plugins, and he's on the nunchuck. So if I turn nunchuck off and Graphene on, there we go. So it's also important to not panic when you get into plugins, because everything's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. And if you just think about things logically and think, where would that extra gain come from? Or if you're working on MIDI, I like to put all my MIDI stuff in like an Apple Notes, so I can go through all the MIDI stuff and it's all separated. And that way, if I come in and it's like 20 minutes before I do a stream and I quickly test Ableton, but one expression pedal's not working, then I can go straight to that. And so when you get into this stuff, just have some kind of system that works for you. I used to use a notebook, and then the notebook would turn into the scribble book. All right. So I think let's test the two channels.
Yeah.
So generally, do you like more gain or a tighter gain? Because that's the one thing with Graphene that we didn't want to do with Nutcracker on its default setting. In fact, we can hook Nutcracker on here right now for you, Tim. So if we drag Nutcracker here and turn off Graphene and just play on the default.
So that's like too edgy for me.
It's very tight straight away.
It's
And it's going to get tighter. So
yeah.
the reason for that is a lot of people that use Nutcracker, they're either tuning down, they're using 7s, they're using 8s, and you need that cut and attack. So it's a real good point, really, this, because Nutcracker and Graphene are really designed to be like a partnership. They're designed to pair up together.
Yeah, yeah.
So Graphene, you can push it into that type of aggressive, you know, sounds great with 7 and 8 strings and stuff like that. But if you have a 6 string and you want to make some really cool, tasty lead stuff and all that side of things, and more progressive, kind of that modern prog type of sound, Graphene's more really situated in that ballpark where Nutcracker's like straight in with the fisticuffs. Yeah, and you can hear it right away there. It's just like it's got that extra snap and bite. Like I say, you can push both amps around.
Yeah.
But it's good to kind of think of them as a partnership, and that is very much why we did. Where's that button gone? Oh, I think it's right here. The heavy elements bundle. So you get the two of them together at a special price. So that's definitely worth a shout. So let's take a Graphene off and just go back and forwards with those two channels, the blue,
Right.
purple.
I was really liking the purple actually.
Yeah, so how would you do cleans on an amp like Graphene? So that's quite interesting. So with Graphene, on the lowest gain, it's still very distorted. It's still got grit and distortion. So
is that the same with both amps?
Clean on, yeah.
What's a little bit cleaner?
Tiny bit cleaner. So if we just stop that for a second and load a preset that is clean, and I'll show you how that is achieved. So with a preset clean wishes, well, this one actually has the amp turned off, but it's using KillGate and some other stuff, EQ, and looks like speaker voice edit a little bit. Just try that, Tim.
Oh, that's
So that's one way that you can achieve clean tones with Graphene. It's not a clean product first, you know, like the McRocklin suite Loomis might be more into the cleans, but with all the things like the compression, the EQs, the multi-mod for that big stereo chorus that you're hearing there, and the post compression, that's one way that you could get a clean. But there's another little hack, and because also like Nutcracker, we included some of the gain intelligence, and what that means is we go to a preset like Clean Void. So here we get a very traditional type of clean amp, but how? So if we've already determined on the lowest gain, you can't get that clean. So we have the shape EQ, but minus 24, and it's on the pre position. So what that's doing is it's basically taking all of that input that would hit the front end of the amp right down, and then we're compensating it with the output stage. So in the middle of all this, the gain intelligence aspect is like not making it fall apart, because usually when you starve an amp of that much signal, it just kind of gets really weird and breaks up, and it gets a bit chaotic. It just is not really structured for that type of gain staging. But right there, when Tim's playing with like the splits, we get this lovely clean type of tone. So it's like an added bonus, really. And we didn't really talk about this side of things during the launch for Graphene. It's quite a big product, and there's a lot of stuff going on. But yes, in this preset section, if you go to lower gain, there's a bunch of clean type of sounds in there, as well as lower gain presets. Like, I really like presets like Astral, which is more like low gain. Oh yeah, I want to zoom in a little bit here. Gonna get you a little beat to jam over that, Tim. Yeah. So with Graphene, the real big focus was on the latency, the feel, the response, the human aspect of it. It's not an amp capture, it's an amp design that we built ourselves. And at the very sort of top of that is like how it responds, how it feels, and I think that is one of the first things that you'll get, especially if you compare it to other brands of plugins, is like how responsive and how quick it responds. And with the lower gain stuff, you probably get even to feel that even more, because that connection is just so instant. And so I think you'll really enjoy that. So the blue channel was the channel that we made first, and then came the purple channel.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you're right. Earlier you said it's got a little bit more gain, and it's a little bit more saturated, but it's saturated in the later part of the amp stage. So you kind of get this warm, fuzzy kind of drive in the purple channel. So let's see if we can find some presets that are really heavy, that we might hear that a little bit more. So Atom Smash, I don't know if that uses purple or blue. We'll try it. Now let's try. Yeah, so that's using the tight switch in the amp itself. But let's go through some of the actual features of the plugin. So we'll go back to the default preset here, and we'll explore XPlode. So XPlode, I might turn the audio on for a second on this one, and then when it gets to the KillGate and the other stuff, we'll turn yours back on. So,
Okay.
So because I've got the expression pedal here. So let's find my audio channel. This will be like I did in the launch video where I was using the left foot. So at the heart of XPlode is the now, all of the elements in Graphene that use Hypertune use the latest version of Hypertune. That includes XPlode and the actual global Hypertune up here. And that's had some tweaks, some improvements. And it's been very difficult to improve Hypertune, as it was very, very good. But we've managed to make it even better. So XPlode also uses the latest version of Hypertune. So even if you're going up 2 octaves or going down, really cool. So one thing I like to do is use the full octave range, but with a blended mode.
What's a blend do? So you get the dry and the blend.
Yeah, so you get the dry, original unpitched signal on top of that.
That's it.
Now we could turn on the filter as well, so we could have pitch, filter, and blend, and when we sweep in, we get that real cool sound. And really, if we wanted to turn the blend and pitch off and just have the filter sweep, it's really cool for like expression. So in presets like, I think it's expression lead, yeah. It's really cool for stuff like that. Obviously, the mode that everyone's been freaking about online is the stutter mode. So if I turn the pitch off but just have the stutter, turn it on. And when we get to the end of it, you get the original signal back. So that way you could go backwards and it gets faster. To show you guys on the floor what that's doing, it's
Thomas, is that in sync with the DAW BPM?
Currently it's free mode, so it's just
okay.
this sort of like going from super fast to super slow.
Okay.
We are thinking about doing like some kind of sync option, so you could do like 8/16 16th notes and stuff like that, so that might come as an update.
Yeah.
But on the floor, I'm just doing this. Okay, so it's just one rocker movement and everything can happen. The other mode is reverb. So again, if you've got like this really dry tone and then you want some reverb as an accent, so if I crank on some more gain, you hear that feed in.
Yeah.
And it's really cool for like lead stuff. Because you can feed it in and out. And of course you can stack all of these together. So if you wanted to stutter, reverb, and go up an octave, and then as soon as you release, you're back in with the original dry tone. So it's a really fun, creative tone. Really, really fun. So did you have any questions on it, Tim, before I switch back to your
No,
info?
I think that covers pretty much everything.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun, and it just really takes like what would be a sort of a pretty standard whammy type of effect that bit further. And I love the fact that it's now using the latest version of Hypertune, so you get the clarity as you slide around as well, and the really, really low latency. So I'm going to turn my guitar back off. I'm going to jump back into Tim's guitar here and load his instance of Graphene.
So we're on purple, aren't we?
Purple there.
Right, cool.
Right, so right there you hear the chatter when Tim takes his hands away from the guitar. It's like the sort of thing. And that's where a little bit of KillGate or a lot could come in. Even if you're using it like with a low threshold and a mid amount, try that and just play a riff. That's a bit more. Yep.
Yeah, man's. That's pretty cool.
So now it's a little bit more aggressive. So if your thing is like really down-tuned riffs or just very progressive type of riffs, maybe you're doing tapping and stuff like that, KillGate is just really, really cool for, it's like an assistant, but in a creative way. And I really, really like that. It's one of my favorite things about KillGate, about Graphene. So let's leave that on and try some of the more chaotic stuff from Octane.
So I've got a few questions about this actually. It's to do with boost and chaos. What are they?
Yeah, those are really good questions.
Can we hear that without?
Yeah, so as soon as you turn the pedal on, it's going to be on. It's going to be coming through right away.
So what is that coming through? Because it has changed the sound quite a bit there.
Yeah, so even on the minimum values, it's still doing something. So the reason for that is boost is actually an amp design that we were working on, that we really liked what it did, and we just took the amp stage and put it into the pedal.
Right.
So it's actually an amp section from another amp design that we were playing around with, and it never got used, but we liked the sound, so we put it into the pedal. So the reason at 0 that it has like a sort of cut is because it's an actual amp block of a amp right there. So even at 0, this pedal is going to do some cutting. So to show you, to give you a close-up of it, that's the graphic here. So we have boost, filter, chaos, and octane, which is the octave, sorry. So at 0, it does make your tone a bit more aggressive, and then as we push So Octane is not really for the faint of heart. It's high gain, hence the name Octane. It is like fuel for your tone. So that's why Octane and KillGate are really two products and two pedals that you should play with together, because there's just a lot of gain coming from Octane when you start using the Chaos with boost. But when you start using Chaos, that is a secondary distortion pedal, and the settings of that distortion pedal, it's like the chainsaw classic distortion pedal sound. So if you hear, like if you play some what
does the filter do?
So think of this as like a sort of full-on brutal distortion pedal in one. Now, if you let a chord ring out and I adjust the filter, you'll... Is
that just aiming the frequencies that are distorted in a band?
Sidechained as well, so when you're playing, the mic probably gets sidechained. So what it's doing there is basically it's cutting and boosting the frequencies between the drive stages, and eventually the effect on the distortion part of it is making it react in a like a very sort of chainsaw type of way. Okay. So it's an interesting pedal because it just adds something different to the whole mix. If you want, you know, traditional precision style drives, then this guy here is fantastic for that. If you want classic Ibanez tube screamer type of drive, this guy's going to do that very easily. But if you want something that's like a different dynamic texture and it's got something different about it, whether it's the sort of chaotic screaming filter type of sound, or the octave between the drive stages, then Octane is just really, really fun for that. The octaver is actually placed between the two the amp and the distortion. So usually you put an octaver right up front in your signal chain, but with Octane we sandwich the octaver between the two drive stations elements, so you get like this really kind of chaotic octave as opposed to a precision.
Shall we have a listen?
Yeah. So you don't really hear the octaver as a traditional octaver as much. You will hear it on single notes, like if you just play a single note and... Yeah, so you get away with it a lot more because it's very mashed and blended into the signal. But if you want a more of a traditional octaver sound, what you could do is you could go on the blend mode on XPlode Plus, turn it down an octave, and then here we have more of a
Cool.
So you can achieve that regular classic tone, and that's obviously using the Hypertune algorithm, so you get the clarity and the ability to play chords and stuff. So that's pretty cool. And then once we get into drive and boost, I think a lot of people will be way more familiar with what those do to the tone.
I mean, when I'm building, usually like my process, especially if I'm building like anything that's high gain or low gain, I tend to like just whatever the default is, pick the amp that I want, and then I go for the speaker chain, and then I pick the speaker first, like whatever I'm vibing with, and then I go back to the amps, and then it's about what colorization I want.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So I don't know if we have a button for the speakers. Yeah, here it is. So we have 10 fully produced speaker chains with IO loading if you want to, plus all of the additional features that we put in there. So if we just reload that default preset that Tim was talking about and switch it over to the
Three.
So what I like to do when I'm building presets is sometimes I'll choose the speaker that I like the least.
All right.
And then I'll use speaker voice edit to make it one of my favorite sounding speakers. And at the end result is something that's generally quite different.
Yeah, okay. I suppose you get more raw materials to work with potentially.
Because because if you start with one that you love, then you might only need to tweak it ever so slightly with speaker voice edit. But sometimes you might think, okay, let me give you a quick example of that. So if we go back to my instance of Graphene, so let's say we're on the default preset. Let me reload it. So let's say I've got a really aggressive tone. I've got KillGate on there. I've got a real tight front end from the drive, and I'll add more bass from the amp. And I'll add some more saturation from push. Okay, very quickly, that's sounding pretty decent. Now let's find a speaker that I find I like the least. Say number 4, right away for this amp, there's a little hiss at the top that's part of the speaker. In the right situation, it'll work, but because I've used push and I've tightened it up, which effectively makes the sound more bright, now it's emphasizing the...
Is that like 3.5?
I think it's going to be like these two guys. So between 4 and 5.
Well, that's good.
But you can dial out that little bit of sizzle that you might not like, and then you think, okay, maybe some of the 2, 3, 400 sort of. Now the way I often find the frequencies that I want to pull out is I really go the opposite first. So I'll find the ones that are like too much. So I'll boost it to identify. Like 160. And And you know, you could roll off some of the lower frequencies like that, but you could then just do that in the overall cut. So with hardly any tweaking, if I turn it off, now I'm like, that's pretty cool. It's important not to go too crazy. Like some people will go like gang, gang, which I wouldn't use speaker voice like that. Like less is more. And if you want to do bigger strokes, use the shape EQ or the mastering EQ. Now you could also add a little bit of mid-range here and bring it out to the amp. Let's say I wanted to tighten that up even further, a bit more gain, a bit more type, maybe a little bit of front end tone. Oh, I might save that. What do you think? Do you guys like that preset? Chili says very nice, and Joey says that riff right there is a keeper. A little bit of wide. I like wide on the downs. So let's see if we can just finish this off, and then I'll save this preset and I'll put it on the Discord so you guys can get it right now. So I'm going to see if we just need any more front end bite. Yeah, a little bit of extra bite kind of works, but at the same time it's already pretty tight. Splits. Pretty aggressive for the splits, but then again, this set of Strandberg passive pickups are pretty bitey. So if I was going to make a preset that was all about splits, then I would definitely want to tame the tightness and the tone. So that split that I had before, that was really too much. Now that I've turned the tone and the tightness down, but I think it sounded better for the humbucker with the tone and tight up. All right, I'll save that. You guys get the privilege of naming it. So everyone in the chat throw out some names and I'll copy paste it right into the plugin. And I'll drop it on the Polychrome DSP Discord server. So that is polychromedsp.com/Discord. I'll drop it in there literally right now. So let's see who's going to come up with a name first.
Very good.
Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? And whilst we're doing that, I'm going to switch back to Tim's guitar input so we can get Tim going here. Ooh, okay. Joey's in. Always more, never more. Which one is it? Never more, always more. Ooh, what's that? Crunch Stace? What's that? Crunchinston? Right, Hutch. Always more, never. I'm gonna go with Biscuit Duster. Always more, one word sounds like a name that would work. Always more. Right? Always more. Is it one word? Looks like it. So let me go Graphene and hit save, and we'll put that in there. Is it a heavy or a prog preset?
Heavy.
Sounds heavy, okay. So factory, I have two names, but they don't fit. Graphene inspired. Solid Snake and what, Kemble? Solid Snake's a good shout. Down 2 and heavy, okay. Yeah, I like that idea of the Solid Snake name. That's a good name. And I always struggle with preset names. After you make like 200 of them, it gets tough. GPT, give me 10 heavy names, please. And I'm like, oh, it's more fun to just come up with them myself, and I can be silly. All right, there we go. Always more. Okay, so let me quickly get that into the Discord for you guys, and then we'll crack on with some more Hutch jams. Power Punch is a good name too. My watch is telling me to stand up. Presets, Graphene, heavy, always more. All right, guys, I've just put that into the Polychrome Discord server. Preset from stream. Enjoy. Okay, download that, and then you'll have that tone in your Graphene. And of course, in the next update, because it's in my folder, it'll likely make its way into it, to the next release. So, Always More. Tim, I want to hear you play on the Always More. Like, are you a kind of...
No, I don't think I'm any of that.
Come on, Tim, I think...
Let's give it a go.
How do you feel about galloping, like?
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a laugh, isn't it? Yeah.
How do you feel about groups of da-ga-da?
Right.
Catching the D string on the upstroke to get the 3, so it'd be like...
Oh. That's weird.
So it's
Do
like...
There you go.
Yeah. It's a weird feeling because you're like, you want to bring it down.
It's like cheating. With
So-
a hybrid.
So if I did hybrid, I would be like, and then alternate picking would be. It is easier with hybrid picker though. You can get the shorter note.
Always go the easiest way these days.
Yeah, it's good that. I'm surprised more metal people aren't doing the hybrid. I like that tone. Always more. All right. So Tim has been low, 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 but how low can Tim go is the question. Can he go hell race low? So we hear right there that there's this kind of fuzziness, and that is exactly what the Octane is bringing. It's bringing that chainsaw distortion fuzz type of chaos to the tone. And if we turn that off, Octane, and Tim plays.
Cool.
I watch you do it and it looks so simple, but oh my god, is that hard to pull off? Are you talking about the 1 2 3 dick? 1 2 3 dick and a 1 2 3 dick and yeah, so you hear the fuzziness of that Octane kicking in. And we did a little bit about speakers, shape EQ and mastering EQ. So one thing we can do with shape EQ that a lot of our long-term customers and users will be familiar with is you can use it in the pre-position. So why don't we load up the default preset here, and we'll hit this little hidden, well, it's not so hidden, but it's very subtle, this little reset EQ button here, and we'll flip it onto the pre-position. So what that means is if you just hit a chord, Tim, either take away some input gain like we did earlier to make a clean tone, or we can push it and it's too much bass, it's too much of everything. It's like it's adding gain because there's input, but it's not really doing much for the tone. So I really like that. So that shape there, and these shapes are like very sensitive. Like if you literally do that and that, it'll feel and sound a bit different.
Oh, yeah.
So how that started off was just like the front end tone, and then I think we've ended up with like this kind of alt rock type of sound where we've got a little bit of reverb and delay, but it's not overly crazy. We've added some chorus, but again, it's not a lot. And then we put some room on with the room sound. And what I was doing was basically adding some extra bass in certain parts of the sound, because we've really filtered a lot of the sound, a lot of the bass out to make the sound tighter. So generally on the front end, when you cut bass, you end up getting a really, really tight sort of tone. And then to compensate, we've added that back. So some of the other names which I liked earlier, I think what was it? The snake one was the one, solid snake. So I'm gonna save that preset, and then I'm gonna try it and then see how that sounds to me as well. So we're gonna put that one in maybe the prog section, factory, and prog solid snake. So you get to see really like how presets are kind of made. So on my setup, if I go back to my version of Graphene and I come out of the always more preset. Yeah, that'll be the always more riff forever now. And what was it called? Solid Snake. So Solid Snake gets that tightness from the shape EQ. So if we turn that off, also quite nice for like those kind of 80s. But as soon as we kick on the shape EQ, now we're not using any of the drives at all. Some KillGate to control the sort of chaos of me stop playing, and then KillGate's got you. But that's another way that you can create your own custom drive. So we're using the pre-volume. So that's another preset that you guys need to get right now on the Discord. So whilst that is new and up here, I'll go to my presets folder. Tim, is this really different to the way that you make presets, or do you just like add what you would like for your stream, your project, and that's it, or how do you approach, or do you not like making?
No, I mean I just like to make stuff that I'm really comfortable with playing. So I don't really think of like a purpose, like oh it's going to go on a track this or anything like that. Just what's coming out the speakers. If I feel really good about it, then I'm quite happy, you know.
Yeah, I guess that because a lot of the time I have to sort of put myself in other people's shoes, and you know, like make presets to scroll, to use to kind of give people that inspiration from a tone that they might not have thought about doing themselves.
Yeah, so I think like the presets I probably made on Nunchuck were more kind of designed to be able to use in a track, sort of thing. So they're a little bit more cut, so they're going to fit in. So that kind of work you would do post is like done inside the plugin. Almost.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like that Solid Snake one though. Probably a little bit aggressive, so it's probably more suited to like heavier rock sort of sounds. But especially you could dial some of the frequencies back from Shape EQ if you wanted to calm it down. Turn that off. It's nice as a low gain sort of thing as well. Cool, so the next section up on Graphene would be the multi-mod, delay, and reverbs. But I wanted to break it up a little bit. Do you guys have a specific type of question that me or Tim could answer? Whether it's a playing question, or a tone, or a Graphene. Check it out. And if you're new to Graphene, this is an overview of the latest Polychrome DSP plugin. It's on our intro price on our website right now. You can also get Graphene as part of the Heavy Elements bundle, which pairs Nutcracker and Graphene together. So you get all of those post and pre-effects, the stomp boxes, the amps, hundreds of presets. And that bundle is also on a special price on the Polychrome DSP website right now. So if you haven't checked it out already, now's the perfect time to dive in and take care of all of your heavy tones that you will ever need. All right, let's see if we've got any questions. Can you mix the pedals from your other bundles? You could actually. So with products like Loomis, Nutcracker, every product that we have, apart from the McRocklin suite, you can disable every single element in the plugin just to leave you with whatever pedal that you would like. Nunchuck and you would like to use a certain drive pedal, or maybe the compressor from Loomis with Graphene, which could be very nice. You could do that. You could do that. How far can you go with a noise gate playability wise? Hey JB. So the gate in Polychrome plugins in general, this global gate, generally will allow you to go very far. But the new gate that's in Graphene is really designed more for those staccato heavy riffs. So let's see if we can kind of...
Should we do the bending test again? So that was quite good.
Yeah.
And you can definitely, because that's the playability side of it, isn't it?
Yeah, let's do that. So I'll load something really crazy. I'm looking for phase run. That's... So I like to use it for like real heavy down tune stuff. Like stuff like that. So I could bend. Right there would start to cut you off. So you just balance, if you want more decay on your bend. Or maybe back the amount down. But if you're doing that type of stuff, I think you would be better off just using the default gate, because this will allow your notes to go on and on and on. It's not going to cut your note off in the same way. And you can hear that it totally clamps down the amp as well. But if you want that ability to tap, move away. That's where the power of the KillGate's going to come in. And I think it gets even more useful when you crank up Octane and stuff like that, because like if I turn this gate off, let's go like a lot of everything. So we need we need help, right? You know, it's random notes there, but you get the idea. Like, you can create those riffs and not be afraid to use ridiculous amounts of distortion and gain that you would normally be afraid of. So that way you can get like, I don't know if we have... You know, lots and lots of gain, and we could even go more. You know, and it's like, it's just really good for those creative type of riffs, but you can get that balance too as well. Right, we're going to go back over to Tim's track and Tim's gate, and then I'm going to order some kebabs.
Cool.
So Tim's going to play with a lot of gain, I guess. So the Red Stripes preset is kind of my spin on like an EVH style chorus gain. It's not too tight. It's a little bit loose. You know, it's got that big stereo spread from the chorus, but it's using KillGate more subtly. So if I just put a beat on and let Tim rip for a little bit, we'll see how when he stops, how just a little bit of KillGate can give him that control. Wait up, Tim. I need to get you a heavier beat. Surely we have a beat that's got like something heavy. So I don't think that's your typical tone that you would use, but it sounds cool when you're playing.
It sounds wicked. It's
yeah,
fun. Yeah,
it's like a lot of excitement and stuff, you know. Kind of reminds me like recently, just before we released the plugin, I think I made something that resembled Miracle Man, but I don't think I called it Miracle Man. I think it was like Miracle Crunch, yeah. And you can hear the KillGate, it's more subtle, the stereo, it's like more crunchy than Miracle Man, but it's like it was definitely the Miracle Man sound and feel that I was looking for. So I feel like if I was using KillGate right here for a shred, I would have it like that. So I get that totally dead stop. Yeah, I don't know if that preset made its way into the final release, but if you want it, jump over the Discord. So that is a little bit about Graphene, everyone. There we go. It's out now. So we need to switch back to the other setup because very, very importantly, KillGate and So Nice. Probably great for string skipping. Exactly, Chili. I think it is perfect for that. When you want to string skip and you don't want to be afraid of like when you stop. It's very difficult to like go back and forth like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great question from Troll as well. How does it sound with the pink? And you'll notice that the wall is looking nice and tidy. Look at that. It's straight lines now. Let's try it. How does Graphene sound? And then I'm going to hand it over to Tim for a little solo jam session or something. I don't know. While I take care of the kebabs,
Right.
Tim.
Yeah.
The huge guns. I feel like I've been missing out on the gym this week, JB. Well, I actually know I have. The wall never looked better. Yes, I think I agree with you, Troll. So this guitar's in C standard. Very old stinky strings. Yeah, look at that thing. Okay. Let me give it a final. Sounds good though. The pickups still sound nice.
Doing pickup score off the time.
You know, I don't know if they do, but I just feel like some of the old gems,
Yeah.
the output is just so low, and I don't know if it's because some of the other newer guitars I have are hotter output,
Yeah.
but I just feel like I don't remember them being that low output. Let's try a preset. That might work. Always more. Oh, that kind of crunch. Atom's smash. I mean, the guitar's going out of tune real quick. Yeah. Yeah, I just know. Oh yeah, that's the stinky finger. So really, really terrible old strings, but the sound is good though. Yeah, so that is the Atom Smash preset with a delay and reverb on. Try it with the wide on. The wide effects, the stereo separation, yeah, that's what makes it sound very stereo. Yeah, the feel of that is so creamy and rich. Terrible all strings. Anyway, I'm gonna get busy with the and it is time for Tim to either play a track.
Yeah, put a tune on.
Put a tune on. Good shout,
Do you want to
Troll.
dial in a put a preset on?
Oh, yeah.
Graphene maybe. Atom Smash might be good.
All right, we're gonna get a preset for Tim
Right.
using.
Whatever you fancy.
That sounds nice.
That's pretty good.
Let's go with that. That's the Excite preset. So now we're just gonna find Tim a track, and then we are good to go. So how about? Ooh, you like C minor Neon Skies,
Yeah, let's do that.
or the 1 and B minor?
Just anything. Should we try Neon
Got
Skies
to
on?
find a flaw in his plan. We got to find a flaw in his plan.
Oh man, I like that.
There we go.
I like that. I like that. Well, I've submitted the kebab order. We just gotta wait to see if they accept it. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Tim's channel, guys. And let me tell you, with November, we've got some amazing things coming in a couple of weeks or so. We're gonna be full steam ahead on a fantastic Hypertune, the plugin update to bring Hypertune in line with the Hypertune that's used in Graphene. But we have a couple of surprises that I think you guys are really gonna dig as well. And JB sent me a message as well. He just picked up well, actually the bundle. What a legend, what a legend. Sent me an order, a screenshot. What a guy, what a legend. Oh, look at that. And if there's ever a track to end a stream on, a bit of Black Line always sounds like a good shout. I'm gonna call the guys up to make sure that they've got the order. Well, I think we should definitely do that. Thank you very much, Blue Sky, for the 20 donation. I mean, you guys are too kind. That is far too kind. Far too kind. Contacts. Do I have the kebab place saved in my contacts, Tim? Of course I do. And find. Bro.
The person you're calling is on the phone.
They're on the phone.
Please leave a message after the tone. When you finish,
We're gonna have to go back. There's a 0 chance that is not saved. Yes, it's gotta be in there. So, Tim, I'm gonna turn off the graphene that you were just using there and turn on back your nunchuck. So see if your presets are working there. Fabulous! Alright, just checking if you got the Food Hub order, please. The 2 kebab meals. Chicken shish meals.
Chicken shish meal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, great. I'm just going to play Black Line, then I'll come up in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
20 minutes that I'll be coming.
No problem. I'll play Black Line and I'll be 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, bye. He loves a bit of Black Line, the kebab man.
Yeah, of course.
Loves it. It's his favorite track. What do we need? We need Graphene for that main riff. Let's. Oh, did I unplug a guitar? The guitar. There we go. There we go. Chili's like, what the fuck? That's Graphene. So let's play Black Line with Graphene. And do I have a lead? Yes. Okay, so I've got 2 presets that I'm going to use. Let we go, let we go, let we go. The extended cut
Yes.
of Black Line. And the Strandberg survived another stream.
Mm-hmm.
And some appreciation for the new background. Yeah. There we go. The Gibson, unfortunately, still has the stink fingers. How's the Strandberg compared to the Kyber? Any recommendations for those looking into getting a headless? Well, I would edge on trying one in a store if possible, and you can't try a Kyber or anything else like that in a store because you're going to have to take that chance and see how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Tim obviously likes that guitar, but you guys on my Instagram stories, I haven't been posting a lot recently because I've been so wrapped up with a Graphene launch, but that guitar, the Strandberg, has been played already an awful lot, and I absolutely just love it. I mean, check it out. It's got some scars and bashes and dings and pick scrapes on it already, but it's so percussive, so light, and if you're sat in front of a desk working, producing, writing songs or making presets for hours a day, I couldn't think of a better instrument or guitar that would do the job better. So really digging it. And Tim obviously is rocking his what is that, Osiris.
Osiris, yeah. The second version.
Killsoft, yeah, I think that's a great idea. Never grow up. The good thing is with Strandberg is you can probably find them in a decent local music store, and that accounts for a lot, where you can just sit down. When are you getting a Strandberg, Hutch? When are you making the big great switch? Is basically what Troll is saying there. Yeah. That's the chord for that question. Let's get Ola on the phone. Ola, we've got a problem. Troll is very angry to see this white guitar that's non-Strandberg. Yeah, yeah. Hold the line, Hutch. Stay strong. Hutch is like, I don't want to say anything. Yeah, I mean, I've been digging this guitar. I still play the other one with my signature pickups a lot, and at some point real soon I'll catch up more with the guys at Strandberg. Obviously, it was the huge music show in China that most of the music industry went to. I've been really hooked up with working on Graphene and other products that's coming out this month, hopefully. So it's been a crazy time, and so maybe next week or so I'll have another conversation, and I think it would be great to get even more Strandbergs here, because those NX2s, I think they're called, look even better. And Ola's very he's innovating, so I'm sure there'll be some awesome things coming in the near future as well, right? So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that's almost about it from us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And that's the main thing, Major. What brings out that passion? Tim, where's the passion?
Where the passion?
Ooh, you see
I'm getting tired now.
You see that look on his face when he said passion? It's because he's holding that guitar.
I love all guitars equally. How about that?
Tim's trapped. I'm joking. Anyway, guys, don't forget the intro price for Graphene is live on the site. Even more so, don't forget, if you haven't even thought about our Nutcracker, then now's a great time to get the bundle, because we've launched the Heavy Elements bundle where you can get 2 heavy hitters. Look at that. And hope you enjoy the little run through. Troll's he's good at getting shit out of me. He knows how to push my buttons in the funniest way.
Yeah.
Troll's like dictating the flow of the conversation secretly. He doesn't even use a QWERTY keyboard. He's just got command line prompts. Let's stir it up a little bit. Trolls like he's got the buttons. He's got the
Already preset.
yes, mate. What a legend. Oh, Gibson fingers. All right, well, come on, let's go. Final words, Tim.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. It's been a blast.
A blast it has been.
It has. Yeah. But I'm getting tired now.
Tired?
Yeah, I've had some late nights.
Mate, that's a lack of carbs right there.
Do you think?
Oh, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
you need a
Yeah, because
big,
you know I'm cutting the carbs out.
a
no
heavy
carbs.
dose of carbs will get you
Oh.
going. Yeah.
Don't corrupt me.
Carl, good to see you tonight, mate, as well. Always a pleasure. Carl's a mega lead singer. Yeah, we're going to get those kebabs going. Guys, I really enjoyed the Discord audio chat. It was only about 5 or 6 of us on there last night. So much fun. But I think we should do something on the Polychrome Discord or Polychrome YouTube channel where it's more focused on the chat and the gear and that side of things. Let me know on the Polychrome Discord if that would be a benefit, if it'd be helpful. I know we get a lot of new customers that's like, I want the tones, where do I go, what do I start with? Maybe it'd be useful for that, like every fortnight we can have like a catch up. Guys in the community, always a pleasure to have a chat, but then guys that are also new to the community are like, oh, I've got this MIDI, I don't know how to use it, what do I do, blah blah blah. Could be a good thing, you know. Chat, do you remember to hit the like button? Major's got it down. Monthly Q&A, yeah, that could be the thing on the Polychrome channel, so it's more you know, around that sort of side of things. Could be good. Maybe maybe we could do something cool. What about thinking out aloud here? We have the screen in the background. What would it be like if I give you guys in the community a Zoom link and said, anyone that wants to jump on the screen in the background and do hands and
That would
waves?
be good. That would be really good.
There you go, guys. You can jump on. How would that be? That would be a laugh.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
I might do that. That might be fun.
Yeah.
That would be more of a McRocklin stream. I couldn't do that on the Discord, the Polychrome channel, but that'd be a laugh. Yeah, members only. Tim, yeah. Yeah, members only, so it'll be probably McRocklin.com members, but we could do that. So it limits it a little bit. At least it limits it. Puts a little bit of a limit on there. Give you guys a Zoom link, and then that Zoom link just goes automatically to the screen. And you could jam along and sing and just do silly things in the background.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a cool idea.
Okay.
Have you just thought that now?
Yeah.
Well done.
Let's do that. Yeah, I don't even need to do much for that because I just need to put a Zoom link in the background. There we go. Sounds good, guys. Anyway, we got to go get the kebabs. Have a great weekend, everyone. And I'll see you back here real soon.